What's up, everyone? Welcome to 18 After the Impact. We are back. Of course, welcome to all of those who decided to come over from the other stream. We appreciate you popping over. This is a show basically we do to kind of talk about what we just watched. So the Impact show that we just watched, and we'll talk about what we think about things going forward. What did this do to advance the storylines, that kind of thing, and of course. With me, and I got a double dose of Decay tonight. I feel pretty damn privileged. I got to see Decay twice in one event, twice in one event. I mean, what?
Wait,
what happened?
You didn't miss it?
I did. I saw Decay 2 times. Were they on 3 times? I saw them twice. 2 times.
Hey, you didn't miss that? Not at all?
I know. I did not miss it, Tazzy. I'm shocked.
I'll
shocked. But anyway, so we will talk about that. We will talk, of course, about what is going to happen at Under Siege, which I think was the big news to come out of tonight. That 6-way match. It looks amazing. The card for Under Siege is going to be awesome. And that's only a week away, guys. That's a week of this coming Saturday. So the next time we will see you guys for Impact, it is the go home show for Under Siege. And yeah, so let's go. Let's get into it. We'll talk about the matches. And yeah, welcome. So we will say some hellos here quick. Jen Carter, what's up? Will Jack's Effect is back. He is here. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Maybe not. Maybe. No, wait. Yes, I knew it. There you go.
There you go.
I sneezed. I'm good now. Jeff Samuel is here. Warren is here. Cheese Whiz is here. Kevin's here. What's up? James Chadwick says, let's fucking go. Yes, we can curse now. It's not PG time. There it is. Brian Coleman. What's up, guys? What's going on, Brian? How are you? All right. So now you can, those of you who came over, give us your scores. Let us know what you thought of Impact tonight. What were some of your highlights? The old Joe is back now. Oh, well, where was I before? Was I not the old Joe before? Did I become like younger? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I shaved the beard. Is that what it is? And I just have the goatee now. Is that what it is? I had to. It had to go. It was just too damn hot. It had to go. I couldn't take it anymore. Chad Schrader says an 8.5 out of 10. Sean Rousset, hello, Sean, says 9 out of 10. Warren says 9.5. Cheese Whiz says 8 out of 10. What was the highlight for you guys for tonight? Let us know. Joe is the new Vince. I wish I was the new Vince. I wish I had a quarter of that man's money. It is now 10 days until my birthday. Ooh, 10 days away from James Chadwick's birthday. Well, there you go. So,
that's going to be crazy.
Well, no, wait. Let's see. When does that put that? So 6 to the 13th. So next Thursday would be 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, your birthday's on Backlash? James Chadwick's birthday is on Backlash? Well, there you go. We'll have to have a birthday party on Backlash, too. 10 out of 10. Great show. Just missing Josh. Yeah, no Josh Alexander this week. Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good point. Great fucking show, says is online. Sorry. I keep forgetting it's non-PG now. James says 9.25 out of 10. Jeff says 8 out of 10. May 17th. That's my sister's birthday, actually. That's really funny. Same day. Wow. Cheesewood says those peaches. My favorite match was Rachel versus Kiera Hogan. Yeah, that was a good match. Good call. Well, we'll start there. Now, obviously, we know Tazzy couldn't make it. He was listening to the broadcast along the way, so didn't get to watch the show. But, Jeff, what match stood out for you tonight, man?
Oh, man, that is a great question because it was such a good card. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm going to give it a tie.
Okay.
The Rohit Trey Miguel match I thought was really good.
It was good, yeah.
And then the last match, Moose and James Storm, I thought were that great match. Great match.
Yeah, I can't argue with either one of those choices. They were both really good matches. Warren, I agree with you. I liked seeing. I always love to see new stuff. And for me, I have never seen him wrestle. So the Love El Fantasmo's debut was awesome. The style that he wrestled with, it was just something very different to me that I haven't seen. The acrobatics that he used and things like that, yes. I was very into that debut. It was short, but it and VSK wrestled really well as well in that match. So, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. And of course, the fact that I got to see Decay twice, dude, that makes my entire night. Because God knows fucking Scott D'Amore has it out for me. So I don't ever get to see Decay, but I did. So that was amazing. And of course, the Rosemary promo with the fortune cards for Brian Myers. Loved that. So anytime I could see more, that's fantastic. And there's Conrad in the chat. Welcome back, Conrad. ELP was awesome. Dark Side of Football. Yeah, they're doing a Dark Side of Football show now. I heard that.
Oh.
I heard that. That should be interesting. Yeah, the Brian Pillman Dark Side episode debuted tonight as well, I think, on Vice. Probably a little bit earlier now. I think it's probably 8 o'clock. Brian Pillman, which will be very interesting. It's a two-parter. So 2 hours of Brian Pillman, which I guess his character and stuff like that would kind of probably deserve that. So Josh is facing Spencer Slade at IWC event on the 29th. It's going to be mind-blowing, says Chad Schrader. All right. Well, so Tazzy, I know you didn't see the show.
Mm-hmm.
But we got some great matches, and really they kind of just led into this building up to that 6-way that we're going to get for who's going to go up against Kenny Omega. And that's kind of what we were building up to. So, I mean, you caught the end, of course, the Moose match. Who
Incredible
of those?
match.
Yeah, it was a really, really great match between him and James Storm.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if James Storm will kind of sell that injury and he'll be kind of out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be gone for a little while. And that may come back to haunt Moose at some point. If James Storm does come back when they're having that match, it could be some shenanigans, and James Storm can maybe cost Moose that match. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But of those 6 men, Tazzy, and I'll ask Jeff the same question, and you guys in the chat could tell us too. Who's your favorite to win that match? Who's your favorite to come out winning that match, knowing full well that they are going to go up against Kenny for that Impact title? Who is your favorite to come out of that match? So I'll start with Tazzy. Go ahead.
You would have to go with Moose, because that's what we've been that's what we've been leaning towards anyway. So we will have to go with Moose on that, right? Because I think a story puts it out there anyway. So I gotta go with Moose.
Okay, Jeff, what are you thinking? Do you agree?
I don't think, if you had said this to me, if you asked me this question before tonight, I definitely would have said Moose. With him tweeting today that, he wants the title before his contract is up in June, I don't know that they'll re-sign him. So I don't know if he'll have that opportunity. With that being said, there's a reason. Last week, we got an encounter between Don Callis and Sami Callihan.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
And that's the direction I'm going in. I think Sami Callihan is going to be the next to have a feud with Kenny, and I, for one, cannot freaking wait.
The mind games between those two men, yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think so too. I think they have built that up now. And Sammy went wild on his Twitter last week after Impact was over, calling out Kenny Omega and Don Callis. So there's that. I agree. I kind of think if Moose, it makes some logical sense. If Moose is, and I agree with Tazzy too, Moose was definitely going to be the favorite going in, and he had an encounter with Don Callis tonight as well. So, they kind of left that in their butt. Like Jeff said, the thing is if Moose is indeed gone, or if he's going to leave and head somewhere else, then it would make sense that Sammy is kind of building himself up as that representative of Impact. And man, oh man, Sammy Callahan and Kenny Omega, the mind games the two of those guys would have with each other. Wow, man, yeah, that's going to be awesome.
We can't have a regular match for that with them two. We can't have that. It has to be some kind of stipulation. There has to be.
Maybe Impact will actually do the exploding death match, but they'll do it the right way. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyway, but yeah, I would agree though with you, Tazzy. I think that it would have to be there'd have to be some sort of stipulation. You'd have to it'd be a cage match. It would have to be there would be blood. There would be blood in that match.
There will be blood.
I would definitely agree.
Ooh, violence.
Violence. Yeah. Rosemary is the undead queen and she rules the world, says Will Jax. I agree with you. Moose or Sammy says is on. White Cheese Whiz says Moose. Jeff Samuel says Joe. Black Taurus versus Brian Myers at Under Siege. Yeah, that I'm looking forward to that too. Yeah, Taurus came out and speared Brian Myers tonight. That was a good promo. Good call, Jeff says Warren. Yep. Steve Macklin is coming to Impact since Deanna doesn't want him to come too. Rusty says, Tazzy, what's up, Rusty? I am Cornholio. That's such a great dude. I laugh whenever I could still crack up laughing when I see that. That is so
dude. It's on the Paramount Network.
They are, yeah. I saw that they were on there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out now because I literally, if you want to laugh at something, you literally want to crack up laughing. Watch that very first Cornholio episode because dude, if you don't laugh from that, you can't laugh.
You might.
You might, yeah. If you can't sit there cracking up laughing, and I do every time, and it doesn't matter if I know what's coming, I do every time. 6 sides of steel match. Just cheese. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be something like that. It absolutely has to be something like that.
You know what? That would be even better.
Don't say the fish match.
Oh,
how great would that be? Oh my god!
I don't care if there's 2 of them. Give me an Ultimate X match.
Oh my god, how great would that be? That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Tazzy's giving it yes. Oh my god, yeah, that would be awesome. Good
shout out too there with the Monsters Ball.
Yeah, they would have to come up with something because obviously it's gonna be. I mean, this is Impact's way of trying to get their title back. So if they're gonna get it back there, then it's going to have to be something that's going to be to their advantage. And if they're going to put the belt on Sammy, then it's got to be something to Sammy's advantage. And you'd think that kind of, Scott D'Amore wasn't too happy with them losing the belt. Now he kind of, gave props to Kenny, but he wasn't too happy with the fact that they lost it. So you'd kind of think that he would want to sway things in favor of Sammy Callahan. There's definitely going to be something going on there. What else stood out to everybody tonight? Besides, a lot of you are saying Rosemary, a lot of you are saying Decay. We got, of course, we had the women's match. We had Susan out there, Tazzy. Susan was out there. She didn't throw any shoes.
Susan or Susie?
Susie. No. Oh my God. Damn. Susan. Yeah, Susan.
No shoe throw, no? No shoe? No shoe throw?
No shoes. No, she actually had wrestling boots on.
I mean, that's the only thing I liked about the Susie kid.
Tennille helped Taylor Wilde beat her, actually. Tennille came out. Tennille's trying to recruit Taylor Wilde now, so.
I want to be wild. Okay, never stop.
You don't have to be sorry. You can say it.
Get wild.
Get wild.
I
Yes.
like being wild.
And not the WILD. He doesn't mean. He means the WYLDE.
Either way.
Oh man. What else stood out to you guys? Let us know. You know what? And you guys may hate it. I know James Chadwick is going to absolutely hate it.
Uh-oh.
I love the Swingers Palace stuff. I really love that. I don't care. You can give me that all the time. I love that. I absolutely love that stuff. And I know James is going to hate it because I know you cannot stand Johnny Swinger. I love that promo, man. I love how when somebody wins a match now, the way they set it up, they end up back there. Like Trey Miguel won his match. He comes in, and they had that big confrontation about who was going to win the six-way. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I absolutely love that promo. That again, that kind of stuff stands out to me every week on the show because it's getting people involved that aren't always out there in the ring. So I think it's fantastic, and I love that they keep doing this stuff, and I hope they'll continue. I hope that once this part of it ends, it always seems like they go to something else when they went from Wrestle House to, transitioned into, yeah. And I hope they keep it up. I really do. I think it gives the opportunity for people to be seen. Under Siege, man. Yes, and Jeff has, and whenever I think of that now, like Jeff mentioned last week, it's always the submarine movie. Yeah. Oh man, the cook that destroys the entire army on the sub. Yes. Get rowdy. Oh, you didn't know, says Jeff Samuel. Hello, Jen. But all right, Jeff, what else stood out for you tonight?
For me, like, it's interesting seeing some of the different matchups that they're setting up. So we got Jake something and Shira in BTI, which was a hell of a match. I mean, it was it was very much worthy of being on the main show. It was great, and they gave him solid time in the ring, so that was good. But kind of seeing that between Jake something and Shira and Rohit, do we get a tag team match? And if so, who's gonna join Jake something? Because that's where I see this going. I see us getting to the point where we get a tag match, but who's Jake something's partner going to be?
Good question.
So that's what I saw tonight. And again, I mean, I want everybody to think about this. So this month, like next week, we have Under Siege. Then on June 12th, we have Against All Odds. And then reportedly, Slammiversary is on July 17th this year, which is 3 days after those non-compete clauses. So, I mean, if you're an Impact, well, scratch that. If you're a wrestling fan, you need to be watching Impact. If you haven't been, what the hell have you been waiting for? And the third part is get your ass on over here and watch some Impact because, the next 3 months, we thought last year was big when we got Slammiversary. This year, and then you follow up Slammiversary, you build up those storylines with your new people, and then you go to Bound for Glory. Like that, this is gonna be a wild year for Impact. Just buckle in.
You got to figure that the Sami Callihan Omega match is probably going to be at Slammiversary.
Yeah.
You would figure, and that would be the appropriate place for them to win that belt back. That is their biggest pay-per-view of the year. That's their WrestleMania. So yeah, that's absolutely true. Great point. People are saying Falaba. You're talking about as Jake something's partner. That would be something. That would be something. Rusty says maybe Jake's last name is really Alexander. The Kook says Gary Busey and Tommy Lee Jones stole the show in that film. Tommy Lee Jones was good in that. I'll give you that. I like Tommy Lee Jones, all except for the lousy job he played Two-Face, but I think that was just a poor Batman film altogether. Yeah, that was just really poor. But he was good in Under Siege. I agree. He kind of did steal the show in that. And Gary Busey's always a crumb, isn't he? No matter what he plays, he's always just an ass. Like you just hate that dude. Like he was in Lethal Weapon too. I'll tell you what though, he plays a good villain. He's always the bad guy. Which is great. Tazzy, one of your favorite peaches might be at the IWC wrestling event that I'm going to on May 29th. If she's there, I will say, hey, I've got a friend that has a huge crush on you. Tazzy, you know the peach.
What are we talking about, Willis?
That was good. That was good.
That
was good.
I'm just saying anything's possible right now, especially when certain women got issues. But anyway,
oh my gosh. But yeah, like Jeff said, I mean, we have some really good stuff coming, no doubt about it. And like I said, next week is already a go home show. Man, we just got off the pay-per-view with, that we just watched where Rich lost that title to Kenny. So we've got Under Siege is going to supposedly have that big 6-man tag with Kenny and the Good Brothers. So it's going to be an event, and we've got a go-home show next Thursday coming up. So you can't miss that one. And then obviously next Saturday will be Under Siege, and then next Sunday is Backlash. So man, oh man. And we were talking a little bit before the show. We could talk about anything here. It is Behind the Impact, but we could talk about anything. We were talking before the show too, that I think that things are going to change big time, I think, for Raw, especially for Raw after Backlash. I think they're going to get all this stuff out of the way. All these rematches and everything that they're having, I think they're going to get it all out of the way. And then I think with all these backstage changes we heard about with Jason Jordan and Mr. Khan, I think that things are going to change. And I think that's where you will see a lot of things going forward. Will's mentioning Lily, like that kind of stuff, like whoever she's going to feud with. I honestly think that that's Sonya Deville. And that's really, really interesting that they're doing that. They're playing the same game that Bray did. Bray went after people who wronged him. And don't forget that Sonya Deville took out Alexa Bliss. Don't forget. So it's kind of weird that they'd be doing that, being that Sonya kind of is getting that position of power and doesn't really look like she, has been in the ring yet, but she might be ready to come back. And so don't be surprised if she gets attacked at some point. But yeah. I think you're going to see wholesale changes there, and I think it's going to happen after Backlash, with the Monday after. We may consider, we were talking about that too. We may consider actually streaming that Raw, because I think that Raw might be an important one, because I think you're going to see people. I'm Tazzy. Did you get a chance to watch NXT last week?
Oh yeah, come on, you know me.
Oh well, I listen. I don't want to pretend to know your schedule, but dude, that match, that women's tag match was amazing. But the only thing I like, and I'm gonna nitpick because I can. The only thing I didn't like about that was that the fact that when Shotzi went through that table from that pole, the bump that was taken there should have meant more. She got up out of that way too quickly. And that kind of no-sold that a little bit to me. And
it was a bad spell.
She really, to me, at that point, she should have been out of the match. Yeah. I mean, you take something like that hard from that height, you should have been out of that match. But I get it. They wanted to move on. And I was talking about this earlier, and you run it by you. I think that they may be done there. I think Shotzi and Ember might be moving on. I don't know for sure. I didn't read it anywhere, and I could be dead wrong. But I think they might be moving on. And if it's not right away, I think they're going to be moving on soon. And if they do, I think send them both to Raw. Send them both to Raw.
That's actually pretty funny. like I said, we that's a good segue, by the way. We definitely going to talk about that on Tuesday. Yeah, I totally doubt. There's so many women in NXT you can lose to. And I can see Raw like completely doing a complete overhaul. So you're gonna see a lot of NXT talent on Raw.
Yeah.
So just be prepared to see all your favorite stars on Raw.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we got a future Fatal 4-Way match coming up for NXT.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. Don't forget to join Tazzy next week because he is back. So he will have his shows next week. He will have, of course, NXT. Are you doing UK?
UK. Like I said before, I say this all the time, and I'll say this really now. You never know who's going to be at these parties. I'm just throwing it out there. You never know. You might see people that's already on the screen right now. I'm just saying. You never know.
Can we talk about ELP? Yes, as on we can. ELP was fantastic. Like I said, me being new to his style of wrestling, I have never seen that before. Super athletic. The entrance that he had during the match that he had, I don't know that I recall ever seeing someone that can move on and off of ropes and stuff the way I saw him do that. Stepping in the guy's crotch. A little rude, but effective. But yeah, he was fantastic, and I really enjoyed his match the first time that I've seen him for me. And obviously, I'll let Jeff speak because Jeff has seen him much more than I have. So, is that what we can expect from him every time, Jeff? Is that something that you saw from him in New Japan all the time?
That match, I mean, he's really embracing the heel role, which I love from him. But that match was just kind of a little snapshot of what you'll see. You're going to see a lot more athletic stuff. You're going to see more of that Japanese style that you see with Finn Juice, but mixed with the lucha, which makes him very interesting. So that's what you can expect. But I've got a question for the two of you.
Okay.
Where would you, Conrad and I spoke about this a little bit earlier, but where would you guys like to see him? Would you like to see him in the X Division hunt, or would you like to see him kind of go after Kenny eventually and possibly turn this into a New Japan Bullet Club versus the current U.S. Bullet Club?
That's a great question. You know, like you said, he's playing a heel. Would he be great going up against Josh as the face? Yeah. I could certainly see that if he works his way up that X division and goes up against Josh. I don't want to see Josh lose the title, but I certainly wouldn't mind seeing that match. Yeah, so I can see that. And to answer your other question, I could see that as well. He looks like the type of guy that you can bring out of, and Impact does a good job with guys like that, like Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, the guys that have been in the X division, Ace Austin. They're not just guys that'll stick to that division. They can kind of work their way out and wrestle in bigger events too. So yeah, I can see him and Kenny in a match. Yeah, that would be an amazing match. Yeah, absolutely. I could see that. Yeah, definitely see that either way. You guys can certainly throw out your answers too in the chat. Answer Jeff's question as well.
Now he's in that 6-way match next week in the X division.
He is.
So
yes, he is. Yep. Yes, he is. I don't even know how I'm going to call that match. I was talking about that earlier. I'll be dead. Yeah, I'll literally be done. And you know that match will start the show. The match will start the show. And it'll probably go for half an hour, and I will have no voice left after that. Do we see ELP versus Josh next Saturday?
If he wins.
Maybe.
Possibility.
Maybe. ELP versus Ray Phoenix would be world class. Or save that for the pay-per-view. I really want to see Thomas show up on Impact. That could happen.
Oh,
James.
all right. We all need to continue to say that. Put that in email. Because I need to see that this summer.
That could happen.
Show up at Slammiversary. That's what I need to see.
That could definitely happen too. Yeah.
Him showing up at the very end of Slammiversary, and he's got the Bullet Club that have traveled over with him, and he confronts Kenny and the Good Brothers. And then we get the Bucks coming out to jump in with those guys. And we get a Bullet Club versus Bullet Club face-off.
Dude.
And fade to black.
Man. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that we can possibly get. I mean, the possibilities. The possibilities are certainly there. And we've got these three companies working together. So you're kind of figuring that this is kind of what they were thinking about doing. So yeah, there's certainly a lot of possibilities.
Summer is going to be crazy, not just for these three companies, and just all the companies in general. It's going to be a crazy summer. Oh my god, like NXT is partnering up with MLW too. Oh my god. Can we get Leo Ruff back? Not Leo Ruff. Where am I going?
Him and Leo Rush would be a great.
Oh, can you see? Oh.
Leon Ruff versus Leo Rush would be great.
Take my money. Go ahead. Take it. Take it. I don't have nothing to count, but you can still take it.
Next week is going to be stacked in wrestling. Yes, it is. It's another crazy wrestling week, man. It really is. And everybody's putting on a hell of a show. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll see what Raw is going to be like. That's a go-home show. Tuesday NXT looks amazing with that card. Wednesday AEW's got 3 title matches. 3. Thursday with Impact is a go-home show. Friday, SmackDown is a go-home show. I mean, Saturday we have Under Siege pay-per-view. Sunday we have a Backlash pay-per-view. It's go-home show week.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Kaylee Ray is defending her title next Thursday for NXT UK, so it's going to be packed. It's packed.
Everybody's going crazy next week, man. Everybody's going crazy next week. Oh my gosh, it is going to be insane. What a week for wrestling next week again. What a week. Chad Schrader said he sent you the photo of which piece will be at the IWC Wrestling Tazzy. Hammerstone versus Cross.
Can we make that happen? Like already?
Dude.
Joe, have you seen Hammerstone?
No.
Hold on, let me pull up a picture of Hammerstone. Just so you can see the guy. And I wanted to see your live reaction. So pulling up a photo of this guy right now. And you can go check him out. You can go check him out when you get a chance. But
holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. May is sweeps. Yeah, I don't know if that's so true anymore, Azan. May used to be big for like sweeps for ratings and stuff like that, but I don't know with COVID now if that, because a lot of the shows that are on now kind of delayed their endings until like the end of May, early June. So I don't know. Maj wants, I don't think I can do the DiBiase laugh. That's tough. That's tough. I can work on that, but that's hard to do. But yeah, that whole thing with him and oh my God, with DiBiase and Cameron Grimes is fantastic. That's just absolutely fantastic. Jacob Fatu versus Roman, says James Chadwick.
You talk about taking that family fight to a whole new level.
Hey, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Eva Marie's promo this past Monday night. Yeah, Eva Marie is back. Yeah, I don't know. We probably will talk about that a little bit. We'll probably talk about that a little bit on Saturday.
I was waiting for somebody to ask me that too. I was waiting for somebody to ask me.
We'll probably talk about that a little bit too. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people. Look, there's reactions both ways for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's reactions that people are happy to see her back, and then there's reactions from people that are upset by it because of the people who they got rid of and have now brought her back right away after. I don't know that I would have done that so soon. I kind of would have maybe let things heal a little bit for the people like Mickie James and the Iconics and people that they got rid of first, Chelsea Green, before they debuted her. I would have waited a little bit with that. So I can kind of see both sides of that argument. But yeah. I mean, you know, they're going to try to bring, like I said, they're going to change a lot of stuff on Raw. So that may just be one of the upcoming things that they're going to try to change.
Question: Didn't they kind of tease this early in the year? The same person. Anybody remember that? There was a saying. It was a promo early in the year, and they was promoing like a lady, like their and it was like showing like the body parts.
Carmella.
Okay, because they did on Raw too. So they did two I don't know.
That was Carmella.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Carmella.
I was trying to make sure I'm like, did I get the wrong show?
Do we see Eddie versus Kenny as a match in Impact? Maybe. Yeah, if it lasts, if they keep going with that, if it lasts long enough, I mean, Eddie Edwards is supposed to kind of be like the face of Impact. So yeah, why not? Why not? Keep an eye on SmackDown tomorrow. There might be a new debut for SmackDown, says Maj.
Throwback.
Yeah, tomorrow's that throwback show. Yeah, that should be fun. Somebody showed the big stage with the big fist. That would be cool if they set it up that way with the big fist. They'd probably use a CG one and not the big actual statue. They'd probably have a CG fist there. But yeah, that's going to be cool. Tomorrow night, the throwback shows. I always love those. I always like them. We'll see. But yeah, great week. I love the promo, but to be honest, Eva isn't that great of a wrestler. No, I agree with you, Rusty. She's not. But who knows? She had a lot of time to work on her craft. And maybe we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll see. She might have been doing a lot of work. We don't know. So we'll see how she comes back. Vince likes a type of lady, but the gimmick has never worked, says Butterspark. Well, we'll see. You know, they're not going to go a full sex sells type of thing. They're just not going to do that kind of thing anymore. The whole thing with her just saying, did I get your attention and stuff like that, that's kind of the way Carmella was doing it and stuff. But you could see that now that Carmella got there, she doesn't really do that anymore. So I can imagine that's kind of what it is. It's just that she's just trying to get people's attention. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. NXT is a good card next Tuesday. Yep. Every show is stacked next week. Every show is stacked. So we'll see what Raw brings because they're going to need to bring it. Because, man, like I said, every other show next week is stacked. So WWE had better, and I know they're going into Backlash and stuff, but they had better bring it because, these other shows are stacked next week, and they've got to really, really show out. Because they can get shown up very easily next week and really look bad. Remember that AEW got a copyright for Battle of the Belts with the U.S. patent and trademark in Washington, D.C. What do you think is the end game for this? Well, it could be. Hey, Marley, it could be. I mean, it could be just what you see. It could be just what it's called, Battle of the Belts. You know, you could have champion versus champion versus champion. It could be a winner take all. It could be anything like that. So, yeah, and usually if they trademark a name like that, that's what it's going to be. So, all right. Well, like I said, we don't keep you very long on this show. It's only a small show to kind of wrap things up. Marley's yelling at me now in the background. But yeah, we all have morning jobs, so we're not going to keep you very much longer. We appreciate you all coming over. Nice crowd tonight. We have almost 30 people in the chat, so thank you very much for coming over. We really appreciate that. And we hope you enjoyed After the Impact. This is kind of what we do. It's just a fun little thing that we do after Impact is over. We kind of talk about what we've seen. You guys can talk about what you thought. And we get into some other stuff too. We can always do that as well. That is it. So let me go over the rest of your stuff. I'll let Tazzy go over his schedule quickly with you. All we've got left for this upcoming week is we've got, of course, our podcast on Saturday. Don't miss that because we have got a lot of stuff to cover and a lot of really big things to cover that have been all over the wrestling news. Just a few things. The Macho Man documentary. Yeah, look at Jeff had a 2-page list. He's got a 2-page list. Yeah, look at all the writing. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to cover. But like I said, the Macho Man documentary, we're going to debate. So Jeff and I, for the first time in a while, are going to be on opposite sides of a debate. So this is going to be good guy, bad guy. And I get
popcorn. Get your popcorn.
I get to play the bad guy. I love it. I get to play the heel. I love doing that. I haven't done that in a while. But we're going to be on both sides of the debate about the ending of the blood and guts match. So make sure you're there because we will take sides on that. So make sure you're there for Saturday night because that's going to be a lot of fun. Jeff has some grievances he wants to air, which is going to be a big thing too. And so don't miss that. That'll be Saturday night, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you join us for our weekly wrestling wrap-up show. We talk about everything that happened in the past week. And we cover, of course, we'll have the debate segment. We'll have the airing of grievances. And we'll have the what to watch for. We'll have Jesse Callan and the jokes and the lighter side of wrestling as well. So we will have a packed show on Saturday. Make sure you join us for that. Then make sure you're back here again with us, with Jeff and with Jody for Abby's Window on Monday. Then we roll into Thursday, which is the Impact Go Home show for Under Siege. Don't forget to join us for that. That is 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have Saturday, Under Siege, probably an 8 o'clock start. Usually that's what they are. So I'm guessing 7:30, we will probably start that. And then we have WrestleMania Backlash on Sunday. We'll get the start time for you for that. We're not quite sure yet, but we'll see whether they're going to have a pre-show or whether they're not. They really don't decide that until the last minute. So we'll let you know about that one. All right, Tazzy, give them what you've got for next week, and then we will say good night.
Look, my screen is going blurry like my eyes. Anyway, Monday nothing. Tuesday, big NXT. Big NXT. We'll start at 7 p.m. Like I said before, never know who's going to join us. So make sure you join us. We're going to have a fun 3 hours of NXT action. Wednesday nothing. Thursday, early Thursday, NXT UK. Like I said, you never know who's going to join us for that. And that's right before I come over here for Impact. So make sure you guys join us. That will be at 2:30 Eastern time. I forgot what time. It's been a minute since I did NXT UK. Friday, new location, by the way. Friday, new location next Friday for the Friday after party for next Friday. Saturday, well, of course, I'll be with you guys. So other than that, I don't have nothing. No tailgate party for this pay-per-view because it's too much going on with moving. So next one, more likely it'll be Money in the Bank. I'll do another tailgate for you guys. So that's it.
Very cool. Final thoughts, Jeff, before we say goodnight.
Man, Impact was really good tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed it. This is a great time, and I say this a lot, but this is a great time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, it really is, because we're getting companies working with each other. We're getting really good wrestling, which is always appreciated, and we're getting some good competition. So I like it. I think sometimes fans need to relax a little bit, let things breathe, and stop being so damn toxic. And That's a tease for Saturday.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Jeff's grievances teaser. So there you go. You got a teaser for the show. Yeah, don't forget about Saturday. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. All right, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Really, really appreciate that. So from myself, from Jeff, and from Tazzy, of course, we hope you will join us for our next broadcast, which will be Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is it, guys. As we always say, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, and we hope to see you on our next show. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Good night.